to this episode of SLCS Speaks, our podcast highlighting the great students and staff of Southland Community Schools. Today we're at Centennial Middle School, home of the Chargers, and we have a couple of Mustangs from Millennium, one Charger, and Mr. Archibald, our superintendent, joining us to talk about the Middle School Baking Club. So first off, let's introduce everybody. We have Abby, who's an 8th grader from Millennium, Emma, a 6th grader from Millennium, Eliana, who is a 7th grader here at Centennial, and Mr. Archibald, our superintendent. Girls, how has the start of this school year gone for you so far? How are things at MMS?
It's nice. It's our 4th weekend. Already really tired, but keeping up with the work, it's good.
Really hard just being able to wake up, being a 6th grader, knowing that now I have to get up way earlier than I used to be.
Fair point.
It's pretty fun. I mean, it is hard waking up, but everything's pretty fun. There's been a lot of tests, but...
Good. Mr. Archibald, how are you doing on the waking up front?
I'm adjusting.
Okay, good to hear. All right, so you're here today to discuss the Middle School Baking Club. So first question, what is the Middle School Baking Club? Who wants it?
It's really where we all come together, and Miss Gage and Miss Jones-Sims are there to help us, and Miss Gage will do all the baking along with us, and Miss Jones-Sims will be putting all the stuff in chat if you missed it or anything, and it's just a really good opportunity to all come together and bake stuff.
And what's cool about this is you're not, when you say come together, you're not really in the same vicinity. You're doing this
Yes.
virtually, correct?
Yes.
So how does that work for, for people that aren't so savvy with the tech skills? Does it work for all of you having a computer watch you bake, or how does it work?
It's really easy. You just go on the Google Classroom. There's this little button you can click. It's to the Zoom meeting, and it's really easy to manage. You just join it, and basically you're on mute so she can hear you talk. And well, she actually puts you on mute, but it's really simple. You just follow along with the instructions and go in the chat. And if you have any questions, Miss Jones can help.
And are there a lot of kids? 10 kids? How many kids are we talking that participate?
A lot. There's maybe 100, 150, 200.
Okay, so over 100, close to 150, which is pretty awesome. Does it get crazy?
Sometimes before it starts, yeah.
And what are you guys baking? Anything are you making all steak and eggs?
No.
No.
A lot of times we're making, most of our schedule is sweet treats.
Okay.
And for the most part, when you're virtual, are you at home?
Yes.
In your individual homes doing this, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can your siblings take part?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And what has been your favorite sweet treat so far?
I'll go
Well,
first.
we've only done one, so...
Okay, so this is your first year in the club, correct?
Second.
Second. So
Oh, so do you want...
yeah, you
last
can
year?
go back in time.
It was probably mint chocolate chip cookies that we made last year.
Okay. So yours, Emma, would be the one that you made this year.
Yes, the cinnamon sugar donut muffins, which were really good.
Cinnamon sugar donut muffins. Interesting. They're not donuts, they're not muffins, they're both?
They're like cinnamon sugar donuts, but they're in the form of a muffin.
Gotcha.
Mine was last year. It was the apple pie we made. It was so good. It tastes like apple crisp. And I also really liked the fudge. It was super easy to make also last year.
Great.
So since you've been involved in the baking club, are your family members asking you to bake more at home on your own now that you've got this skill?
No.
No?
They're eating it all.
You're-
3 day is the max. It will last. It's all gone then.
Okay. And when I first got introduced to the baking club, you were setting a world record. Do we have any aspirations to revisit that in the future?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It was about 3 years ago on the Google Meet. It was 628 people, I think, on a Zoom call at once. We got Miss Gage. She got the world record. It's in her room right now. And then it was recently beat 772, I think, people. But we're looking to get the record back.
Get the record back. Okay, we'll bring it back home where it belongs.
It's always good to have goals, so now we have a goal to beat the record, get it back. And you brought some of the muffins here today, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if Mr. Archibald tries one?
Sure.
Those do look really good.
Those look delicious.
You guys want one too? Camera guy, do you want one? Come on over. So let's see, let's get Mr. Archibald's taste test. What do you think? You like it?
Absolutely delicious.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, so while Mr. Archibald eats, we do ask all of our guests that they have to have one fun fact about themselves. So do you guys have something cool about yourself that the world in South Lyon needs to know about you? We'll start. 8th grade goes first.
I got my appendix removed.
All right. That is, not everyone has that done, so yep, that's very fun.
I swim for South Lyon Aquatics.
Very cool. How's that going?
Really good.
Great.
I've been dancing for 10 years.
Nice. What kind of dance?
Like, there's not really specific.
Great. Well, thank you guys for being here, Mr. Archibald. Hopefully you're enjoying that.
I will enjoy it, definitely.
Very good. Well, we appreciate Centennial letting us join the Charger TV crew that does a great job with their Friday announcements, and appreciate you guys from the Baking Club. Keep up the good work. And if anyone wants to learn more about the Baking Club, what's the best way to learn more about it?
I'd suggest emailing Miss Gage or Miss Johnston.
Perfect. So those are both teachers at Millennium.
Yes.
And anyone that wants to get involved in the Baking Club can check out the emails from Centennial and Millennium on Friday, or email Mrs. Gage or Miss Jones-Tim. So thank you all. You guys were awesome guests. Thank you to the Charger
Thank you.
TV crew, and we'll see you next week.